Come and take a ride to the ocean. Stay. Introduce you to the ocean gang.
Hello there, YouTube. It's another beautiful day in good old Rhode Island. And today I got a little package in for the car. Unfortunately, there's no news yet on the status of the shop. Still kind of just waiting for that guy to leave. So today I am at one of the parks in my area. Actually, I used to come to this park a lot when I was a kid. I played baseball over here. Well, up until I was like a teenager, 15, 16, played a lot over here. Anyway, so package for the car. So I bought an access port for the car. For the Subaru. If you are not familiar with what an access port is, if you've ever been in anybody's car, usually it is like a GTI or a Subaru most commonly. Evos have them in them. They're very common in the all-wheel drive community. And they really do a lot of things, a lot of different things you can do with an access port. But the reason I got mine, what I want to do with it, is really just to monitor the health of the car. When I get it, I'm going to get in the car, open the box. I still haven't even opened the box yet. But when I get in the car, we're going to check it out, see. I'll break down a little bit more of what it does, what it is, what I'm going to use it for, and get out of this wind because it's kind of windy today. I didn't realize it was going to be this windy. Hopefully it's not too bad, but yeah, let's get in the car, open the box, and see what it's all about. Alright, so here we have the Cobb Accessport V3. It is for a 2015 plus WRX and STI, I believe. But it is the correct one for this car. There are different companies that make these, and of those companies, they make different models for different vehicles. They make, STIs, GTIs, trucks. Virtually everything. I don't want to say everything, but these are very common in the 4x4 and all-wheel drive communities. They just allow you to monitor a lot of things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to without the access port. So yeah, I'm gonna get the camera on hands-free mode. Let's get the box open, see what's inside, and I will go over everything and explain a little bit more as to why I chose this and what you can do with this particular product. And here we go with the Cobb V3 Accessport. So this is, again, the Cobb Accessport. There are other companies that make them. All right, so here we go with the Cobb V3 Accessport. So this is the access port that I chose for my vehicle. Cobb, I would say, is the most popular access port company. There are other companies that make them. but Cobb is the one that I've seen the most of. It's the one that I personally have done the most research on, that I feel has the most research done on. So that's why I chose to go with this one. So I'm going to get the camera hung up on hands-free mode. We will open up the box. I will go over everything that is in the box, and then I will explain again why I chose this particular product, what I'm going to do with this, and what I'm going to monitor and why. And then I believe I'm going to upload another episode after this one explaining the access port, explaining how to install the access port into this particular vehicle. So yeah, let's get the camera hands free. Let's get this open, see what's inside, and see how it works. Okay. So, access port. Let's get the box opened up. So first thing in the box is a card. Access port is finally here. Alright. So in here is going to be the access port itself. Let's open up the accessories box first and see what it's all about. So again, while I'm opening this stuff up, alright, got stuff falling into my lap. Clip. Got a stand that goes up on the windshield to clip the access port on. So this is an OBD2 connecting wire that's going to go underneath the dashboard in my OBD reader plug, and then this sort of HDMI looking almost cable is going to go into the access port, and that is going to allow the data to transfer from the car to the access port and vice versa. So again, mount, cable, and let's check out this access port. So again, access ports, a lot of people, people use them for different things. If you're trying to get horsepower gains out of your car, an access port is usually going to be the first way to go. What the hell is all that crap on the screen protector? See that? That's nasty. Anyway, so the first thing the first thing that most people that want to modify their Subarus, Evos, most of any four-wheel drive cars, their first step is usually getting an access port. So the reason being, like I said before, is because with this tool, it allows you to access the computer that controls the car in order to get better fuel economy, higher horsepower, a lot of different things, to monitor knock in the engine, which would be a bad thing if you were to see knock. There's a difference between knock and feedback knocks. Feedback knock, you will always see some feedback knock, but anyway, we're kind of getting off topic here. So you get a access port. This is just a faceplate for the access port. You would paint it, put it on here in place of the gray, or you could leave it black. This is the case to go on there, and this is just the empty box. So what am I going to be using this access port for? as I mentioned before, so this is my daily driven car. I mean, I have my my son's car seat in the back. It's not like I'm not going to try to build this car into any sort of race car or high performance motorsport thing. This car has 98,000 miles on it. So I purchased this in order to be able to monitor the health of the engine, more or less uh, to the best of my ability every day while I'm driving the car. There are some base sort of numbers that are, you know, healthy to see on here, which is what I'm hoping to see when I install everything and have it running. But having this will allow me to be able to see if something goes wrong. When that does happen, it will give me information to allow me to do the research and find out what exactly or what may have happened. And when I go to fix it, give me a better idea of where to start. I am able to look up check engine codes on here, different engine codes that may come up when you get a check engine light on. I should say it's a very vague check your engine, whereas with this it'll give me the code readout. It'll give me a number letter combination code that I can then bring to the computer and look and see, okay, so this code means that something is wrong with timing, or you know, an electrical issue, or whatever the code means. So that's one reason I got this. Another reason is I do have some very basic modifications that I'm going to making to this car. And with those modifications, they're not going to be done immediately, of course, but in time. But with those modifications, I want to be able to, again, monitor all of the data going into the computer in order to be able to make sure that with those parts, nothing is going wrong, and that they are doing what I am installing them to do. I am not going to be installing any parts that are going to be decreasing any sort of anything out of the car. It's really all just going to be reliability stuff, suspension upgrades, just so the car maybe handles a little bit better and feels a little bit better when driving. But that's it. But I just want to be able to monitor and have as much information about the car as I can at any given point in time, and the Accessport is going to allow me to have that information and be able to do what I need to do with it. So with that being said, let us maybe take a little bit more of a walk around outside. It's getting a little warm in here. That was just a little brief explanation of what an Accessport is. When I put the Accessport or install the Accessport into the car, I will go over more of the actual functions of it. Obviously it's not powered on right now, but I'll go over more of the actual functionality of the unit, and you'll get to see exactly how it's installed, what exactly it's for, what it does, the differences that the car will have with it and without it, and so on and so forth. So again, let's go outside, take a little bit of a walk around the park, and just talk for a minute outside before I end this clip. All right. So that was, of course, it wasn't windy when we were in the car, but now that we're outside the car, taking a little walk, it's gonna be windy as fuck. Let's lock the car up a little bit. So, that was the Accessport. Just a little, very brief explanation as to what it is. I know it wasn't the most information as to exactly what it does, but I will be putting the next video up either tomorrow or the day following that goes over me actually installing the Accessport onto the car and going over some of the numbers that it shows in terms of engine management. I also have a Cobb intake that I have for the car that I'm going to be putting in. I just want a little bit more sound out of the turbo when I'm driving. I just like turbo noises. So yeah, I have the intake to install as well. That will be putting up after the Accessport videos. So yeah, I mean, what should I do? I mean, exhaust is probably going to come after the intake in a couple weeks. I mean, I'm not really made of money at all, so I need to save up a little bit more money for an exhaust. So that will be coming next, but what should I potentially do with the car? Again, this is my daily, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy. But who knows, maybe one day I might wrap the car, change the color for a little while. Yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're interested in seeing the things that I've been doing on here. There's going to be a whole lot more to come. I know I really want to focus the channel on body work and visual modifications and aesthetics, and but that all kind of is hinging on the shop or potentially going back to work and being able to maybe film some how-to stuff at work. That's definitely not a given, but I may try that. But yeah, so that was Accessports. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you guys are, again, everything's starting to open back up now. So I hope everybody is continuing to be safe. There's nobody around me, as you can see, otherwise I would be wearing my mask. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.